Oh yeah, what up? This is my TNA Hard Justice 2008 predictions. The opening match most likely is going to be the X Division title match between defending champion Petey Williams versus Consequences Creed. And not that much of a fan of Consequences Creed, so I'm not looking that much forward to this match. Petey Williams possibly could make him look good in this match. I am a fan of Petey Williams, so hopefully Petey can make this match at least enjoyable. And I want him to keep a hold of the X Division title, but I somewhat see TNA giving Consequences Creed the X Division title because he's slowly starting to get, bigger push, and pretty much ever since his debut, he's been pretty much not a huge face of the X Division, but is starting to be, and especially now with having a title shot for the X Division title. Petey's had it for a little time, so I expect Consequences Creed to defeat him in this match. Hopefully it's going to be a good match, but I'm not expecting that much from it, like at least half these matches on this pay-per-view. I'm not looking that much forward to. Then we got the Knockouts match with Taylor Wilde, Gail Kim, ODB versus the beautiful people of Angelina Love and Velvet Sky and Amazing Kong. Now, I'm not saying this match is going to be terrible, but I would much rather have, either, a singles match for the knockout title or a three-way or something like that instead of, a six-woman's tag. This is completely pointless. Ever since they've been giving this title to Taylor Wilde, especially the last 2 to 3 months, the Knockouts division hasn't been up to par where it once was. So they need to get the title off of Taylor Wilde, put it on someone else. You can put it back on Amazing Kong, put it on Gail Kim again. Even though a lot of you know I'm not a fan of ODB, I would understand ODB as the Knockouts champion due to the fact that she is highly over with the crowd, so that would make sense. Or even Roxy Laveau, she's pretty over with the crowd as well. So, they need to just get the title off her. This is not working. Most likely, you're probably going to see the Hills win this match, and probably Amazing Kong to maybe pin Taylor Wilde, then next month build up to another match between the two. I feel at some point Amazing Kong might defeat her. But like I said, they need to get the title off of Taylor Wilde because her title reign isn't working at all, and it's not enjoyable at all. Then the next match up is the Jay Lethal versus Sanjay Dutt match, the black tie and chain match. And this is where I have a gripe with TNA is, okay, you make a dumbass fucking gimmick like this. You throw a gimmick upon a gimmick. See, if this was just a regular chain match, a dog collar match, or a street fight, I wouldn't really have no problem with it because with their feud, it would make sense taking it to that level. But now making it look so childish and making it look ridiculous, where they're gonna go out here wrestling tuxedos with a chain wrapped around them, it's gonna look fucking atrocious. It's gonna be a complete clusterfuck. I see that since they want this feud to continue, they'll probably have Sanjay Dutt win this, and they'll probably continue teasing SoCal about possibly turning on Jay Lethal and going with Sanjay Dutt again at this pay-per-view, but I don't see her making a total turn quite yet. I think they'll probably save that at least till next month or possibly Bound for Glory, because this looks like it's going to be one of those feuds that TNA is going to drag on for months and months. And, these two could have an incredible match if this is just a regular chain match, but mixing it in, they're going to be wearing tuxedos. This is just going to be a complete clusterfuck and a waste of time being on the pay-per-view. Can't see it being good at all. Now, if it was a street fight and they're, wearing, jeans and, a white tee, that's okay because that works in a street fight. But, this is just going to look atrocious and look completely ridiculous, like I said. Then the next matchup is Team 3D versus Christian Cage and Rhino in a New Jersey street fight. Now, this match I'm not looking forward to that much, but I will admit that it looks like it could possibly be a good street fight. These two teams did work good together in the Full Metal Mayhem match from Victory Road, so possibly this could be a good street fight, but it's not had a good enough build to it, I don't think. And this feud between Team 3D versus Rhino and Christian Cage hasn't been that enjoyable at all. I will say I'm one of those people that don't feel that Christian Cage deserves being in the main event. Possibly, a higher mid-card role in TNA, but he could do a whole lot better than teaming up with Rhino, though, and Team 3 is completely stale. But, you know, all four of these people, and especially, you know, the former ECW guys, Team 3D and Rhino, they work good in a street fight environment. So I expect it to be pretty good, and I see Christian Cage and Rhino picking up the victory in this match. Then the next matchup is the match that I think everyone's looking forward to, and the match pretty much is the only reason why I'm even going to probably check out this pay-per-view tomorrow night, and that's the AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle last man standing match. Now this is a time where a gimmick match makes sense and it's okay to do. You know, these two have worked very good together, and I'm really looking forward to this match. Just the thing with the last man standing matches is sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. It really depends on how the end of the match is done, where, you know, the wrestler's down for the 10 count. Is it after something, you know, came out of nowhere, or did the match keep building up, then, you know, the person gets knocked out for wins with the 10 count. So, you know, hopefully this is going to be a good match. The one thing I got to say, with Kurt Angle's nagging injuries that he's been having for a long time, hopefully he doesn't get hurt in this match. So this is one thing that Kurt Angle at some point in the future does need to take some time off from TNA. Possibly, you know, if TNA wants to keep him in a TV role, just have him as a manager or some on-screen character or something on the lines of that, and get him out of the ring for a little bit, because he definitely needs to heal from some of his injuries. But this match, I feel, you know, Kurt Angle, no matter what, he's going to go out there and have an incredible match. AJ Styles is going to do the same thing. These two have meshed well together, so I'm really, really looking forward to this match. This could be the thing of this pay-per-view that at least makes this pay-per-view watchable, because I expect this to be a great match. Then we got LAX versus Beer Money Incorporated of Robert Roode and James Storm. Just like last month at Victory Road, I feel this match is going to be very lackluster. No one's going to really care about this match. Hopefully LAX will keep a hold of the TNA tag titles, but I do see sometime in the near future, possibly a month or two, that Beer Money Incorporated of James Storm and Robert Roode will defeat him at some point, because this does look like a feud that's going to at least last for possibly, you know, a month or two longer after this pay-per-view, and possibly, you know, culminate at Bound for Glory. But, you know, hopefully they keep LAX as tag champs, and, you know, possibly, you know, if TNA does the smart thing and wants to have a great tag team feud and wants something to rejuvenate the tag division in TNA, have LAX and have the Motor City Machine Guns have a feud, and that will be a feud that will not only make the titles seem important, not only rejuvenate the tag division, but, you know, would really help TNA as a whole, because all those two teams as a whole are very marketable and very over with the crowd. I mean, you could just have them, you know, you don't really have to even have one of them turn heel. You could just have, you know, basically, you know, Motor City Machine Guns are the cocky team, and they want to prove they're the best, and LAX, you know, want to show how great of a tag team they are, and it could be a great feud if it would ever happen, and TNA will get their heads out of their asses and would do that feud. But, you know, I'm not looking forward to that tag title match at all. Then we got the main event with the TNA World Heavyweight title inside of a six sides of steel with Booker T versus Samoa Joe. And this match I'm not looking forward to that much at all. Hopefully this time they'll actually have a finish to it, and someone will get the pinfall in this match. Hopefully they'll keep Samoa Joe as champion, which I do see happening. Obviously, you're going to have to see, is Sting going to get involved in this match, or is he going to wait till after the match or something? Because obviously they're teasing that he's going to get involved in this match. Obviously, the way it looks, you know, storyline-wise, obviously it looks like he's going to turn on Joe, but obviously they're going to go the other route, having stay face, hopefully, because if TNA's really dumb and they want to try to turn Sting heel, it's not going to work. Sting as a heel will never work. If TNA thinks it's going to work, just look back at WCW, I think 99 or 2000, when WCW tried to turn him heel, and look how bad of a job they did there. So TNA, if you want to do the smart thing, don't turn Sting heel, because they've been doing this. I've heard news reports saying that rumors of them saying they're going to turn Sting heel, and, you know, with this, obviously, you know, it looks like storyline-wise he's not going to turn heel, because that's the way they're portraying it on TV, and obviously, you know, wrestling, they go the other way. try to swerve the fans, and then a double swerve. That's what I've heard they might do. Hopefully they don't do it. Keep Samoa Joe as champion and don't have some dumbass ending at the pay-per-view like last month. I didn't get hard on TNA last month for it because I feel, you can do those type of endings on pay-per-views at sometimes, but it did kind of hurt that it was the first time in a new market. So that was the one thing that did hurt him. Now, if it was in Florida, it wouldn't have been any problem. But as I said, this pay-per-view is not a pay-per-view I'm really looking a whole lot into it for. The street fight might be good. The last man standing match with AJ Styles and Kurt Angle will probably be incredible. And, pretty much that's about it of this pay-per-view. I care about